the unaccented versus accented forms of the personal pronoun. The accented forms answer the questions by themselves and the unaccented ones with the help of accented forms. Example: pe el l-am văzut la film equals I saw him at the movie. Who did I see? Him equals pe el. So, pe el equals preposition plus accented form. Or, we ask again, who did I see? Him equals pe l. So, the form pe el l equals him this form is made of preposition plus accented form plus unaccented form. The above rule is useful in distinguishing accented from unaccented forms. After the question is asked, the first form to answer is accented. Example: pe tine te-am auzit cântând. I heard you sing. Who did I hear? You equals pe tine. So, the first form is accented, tine, and the second form is unaccented, te. But you can write somewhere that the accented ones cannot be used without the unaccented ones, and the unaccented ones are practically used alone and successfully replace the accented ones. Think of the unaccented ones as if they were substitutes for the accented ones, and they always accompany a verb. In the accusative case, the accented forms are always accompanied by prepositions. For example, pe el equals him, la el equals at him, pentru el equals for him. The accusative answers the questions what, who, for whom, where. For example, Cristian îl strigă pe el equals Christian called him. Who is he calling? Him equals pe el. The unaccented forms always determine a verb and can be used alone or together with the accented forms with the preposition on, which means double expression. Mă strigă mama, my mother calls me, unaccented form. Pe mine mă strigă mama equals my mother calls me. So, pe mine mă is, this form is made of preposition plus accented form plus unaccented form equals double expression. Therefore, in the Romanian sentence, the pronoun me is emphasized. That's about all you should know. Now follow the exact forms for dative and accusative gender to see how they are written and used for each number and gender. Accented forms. An example for the dative case. It answers the question to whom. For the first person singular, we have the accented form mie equals me. For example, dă-mi mie un măr equals give me an apple. Unaccented form mă, m, îmi, mi. Repeat, mă, m, îmi, mi. Singular, mie for the dative case or mine for the accusative case equals me. For example, she called me equals pe mine m-a sunat ea. Next, for the second person singular, we have ție for the dative case and the prepositions pe, pentru, de, la, tine for the accusative case equals you. For example, she has heard of you equals ea a auzit de tine. And also for singular, masculine and neutral gender, in the dative case, we have lui, or for the accusative case, el equals him. For example, I gave him the book equals lui i-am dat cartea. Another example, for him I will go. Pentru el voi merge. This is the accusative case. For the feminine gender, dative case, we have a, or for the accusative case, feminine gender, ea equals her. For the plural number, we have first person plural, nouă, or noi equals us. For the second person plural, vouă, or voi equals you. For example, he gave us a notebook equals el ne-a dat nouă un caiet. This sentence is for the dative case. Third person plural. For masculine, neutral, and feminine gender, we have lor, or a for masculine gender, or ele for neutral and feminine gender, equals them. For example, I gave them an apple equals le-am dat lor un măr. Dative case. Another example, I saw them equals le-am văzut pe ele, feminine gender. I saw them equals i-am văzut pe ei, masculine gender. The unaccented forms, singular, first person, mă, m, îmi, mi, equals me. Repeat, mă, m, îmi, mi. For example, ea m-a văzut equals she saw me. Here we have the accusative case. Next example. El îmi pare cunoscut. Repeat. El îmi pare cunoscut equals he looks familiar to me. Here we have the dative case. Below we have the second person singular. Te, îți, ți equals you. Next, the third person singular masculine. Îl, l, îi, i equals him. Next, for the third person feminine gender, we have in Romanian the unaccented forms o, îi, i. First person plural ne, ni equals us. For example, ne-ai făcut fericite, you made us happy. The second person plural vă, vi equals you. Next, we have the third person plural for feminine and masculine gender le, li equals them. For example, le-am văzut acolo. I saw them there. The next example, li s-a adus o cană. A cup was brought to them for feminine and masculine gender. You can make a sentence with the accented and unaccented form and leave it in the comment. It is important to pay attention to this clip and you will succeed.